Friends, hello and welcome back. Hope everyone is having a lovely day. So today we are doing, it would be nice people to turn this off. We are doing a rebuild with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now the Lightning, it's tough to call it a rebuild because it's the Tampa Bay Lightning, but Tampa Bay is getting old. Tampa Bay, it's been a long time now since they've been in the Stanley Cup Finals. What, like 2 years or something crazy? I mean, they still got Kucherov, they still have Point, they have Vasilevsky, they still have a loaded team. And now there was a rule we set in the past in our rebuilds when we used the loaded stacked teams like the Lightning, that we would only make 3 moves, 3 trades the entire season. And I'm thinking, and now I'd love to hear everybody's feedback on this because I know sometimes we're not aggressive enough, but I think, it depends on the team, depends on the situation. I'm thinking with a team like the Lightning, that has to be, I was going to say that has to be one of those teams where you can only make 3 moves, but hey, this team, Stamkos, Point, Kucherov, the fact that these 3 are playing together is absolutely ridiculous because they're going to play some absolutely ridiculous hockey together. Stamkos, can you win faceoffs? 80, Point 79. Do you want these guys playing together? Is Kucherov a sniper as well? He's a playmaker. He's a shot caller. That's what he does. Look at that playmaking ability, 97, 97. So you kind of want to see Kucherov and Stamkos play together. What happened? Why did I lose his X factors? Okay, so we're going to put you here. And I'm kind of curious. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, as I say, I'm kind of curious if we put Braden Point on line number 2. We'll put Cirelli on line 1, maybe. Yeah, that'll be nice. I mean, even Hagel is a +2. Shearer would be a +5. I like that. So we could do something like that. That's a nice top. See, now all of a sudden, I like what we're doing with this team. We still need some bottom 6 guys, which is really concerning for me. I know Sheary can be... See, Sheary's got that flexibility to be a 2-way guy. We can move him down to the bottom 6. As far as the defense is concerned, we have Victor Hedman, Mikhail Sergachev. Man, once again, nasty on that first unit. We need another defenseman. The chemistry is a cooking. In Tampa, though, 2 first lines at +5. That's nice. That's really, really nice. Goaltenders, as we know, Andre Vasilevsky. This is a loaded Tampa Bay Lightning team, and again, we're going to be very, very careful with our trades because we're going to make 3 trades with this team. That's what we're going to do. Just looking at that team, seeing what it was, yeah, 3 trades seems like something we should stick with. Absolutely 0 cap space. That's going to be a difficult thing to work with here with this Tampa Bay Lightning team. Is there anybody we can move on from? I mean, it doesn't look like it. It looks like they've spent their money very wisely. I mean, you can look at Paul and say 3.1's a lot for him. That's a 3rd line centerman. Not same story. Are any of these guys playmaker right there? Hagel's Hagel's 85 overall. Let's go by overalls. We'll look at overalls, we'll look at their price, because when we get down to these low overalls, these are going to be the guys that essentially have to go if they can't play the bottom 6. It looks like they got what they need at the bottom 6. This is going to be difficult. This is going to be really difficult. I like the idea of Connor Sheary cheap. I mean, you got some solid players that are cheaper guys. Do you want to break things up and move on from Nick Paul? Because when you do that, that obviously counts as one of our moves. We're going to have to see how this team performs. I think we're going to make 1 trade early. We're going to see how this team does. We're trying to win a Stanley Cup with this team, but we obviously don't want to get too conservative. We don't want to tie ourselves down to any player either, because we at the end of the day, we need, and we're asking for a lot here. I mean, we're going to go 1.5 million. We're going to go 1.5 million on a defender. I think it'd be great if we could pick up a little depth, a little bottom 6 depth would be nice. The only, and I mean the only player that is an 84+ defenseman with that sort of cap space flexibility is Moritz Seider. I cannot imagine the Tampa or Detroit Red Wings trading this man to the Tampa Bay Lightning. But hey, let's talk about how Braden Point's got a better trade value than Nikita Kucherov. Kucherov is 30. I mean, we can give him this man right here. Now we're not even going to be close. We're not even going to be close. Tampa has no 1st-round draft picks for the next 2 years, so that's difficult. I mean, we're going in. If we go in on a Cider, it's our one. We're getting 1 big fish, so we might as well do it. Let's try that. Trade rejected. There's no way. I just can't imagine them trading away Cider. But if we did, we're having to scratch and claw. We're going to give them 3 firsts, and they're not going to do that. It's not enough for them. Tampa is going to be completely crippled for the future, and there's going to be a lot of rebuilding that does not get to take place for a good 5 years. And they are not willing to deal that deal. So that's not going to happen. We looked at Sider. He's not going to come. We do need a defenseman, though. I do feel like that's important. What if we go 83 plus for that contract? There's Sanderson. Sanderson's a lot cheaper. Sanderson younger. I like the addition of Sanderson. Now, how does Sanderson look? Let's make sure he wants to be a part of this franchise. I don't know if he has much of a choice. Yeah, he doesn't want to be a part of the top 4. He does have a choice, I guess. He can play. 89 shot blocking, 88 stick checking. Solid card there. And again, we're looking to wheel and deal a prospect. I mean, you don't want to have to wheel and deal your prospects if you can, because you kind of want to try to build from within and keep the dynasty rolling. But hey, when you got the studs, you got the studs. You got to win now when you can win now, and that's just how things are. We're going to throw on a 2027 first for Jake Sanderson. Him be it over the league maximum salary cap for next season. Is he on a contract year? That ain't good. That is not going to sparkle at all for us. I mean, well, oh, is that, yeah, what? I guess accounting for next year. That's what's killing us for next year. So Sanderson's not going to work. Who is nobody not on the end of their contract for Tampa? Come on. Come on. Let's make that work. We can only retain that little of his contract. All right, so Sanderson's a no. Tampa's gonna have a really hard time. We're already this is the beauty of this team, though. This is what happens when you have these kind of players. We're already looking at a serious cap predicament here. We're gonna go $2 million, and I don't even think we can afford $2 million. But we're gonna go and we're gonna take a look at it. McCabe's available. McCabe's 29, $2 million entry level deal. Not entry level deal, but $2 million deal, a friendly team deal. McCabe does fit on everything on this team, so that's good. Is he well over the? Well, no, we're at $2 million right now. So let's look at this defense. Is there defenders that are at all getting? And that's the problem with this team when you got that many studs. The lower tier defenders aren't getting paid, and we're seeing that again here. We're gonna give you 2 players, and Tampa would still be over the salary cap maximum by a pretty large margin apparently. So we're gonna have to ask them to retain some salary. Which, good luck getting that to happen in this game. And Tampa would still be over the cap maximum just slightly. Is the backup goaltender getting paid? No. I mean, there's a lot of goaltenders out here, though. We don't need this many. We're going to send this guy out the door. Toronto would have too many goals. I don't care what Toronto would have. They're going to have to figure it out. They're going to have to figure it out. Because that is not our problem. Let's take a look at, is there contracts? How many players can we send this team? Turn around on more than 50 players over in the league. See, that's the problem we're having now. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. We're going to have our hands tied down here to where we can have an 82 overall, which, again, it's still an upgrade. Still an upgrade. But I'd like to see us have... Is there going to be anybody available for this price? Sanderson, Power, side. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Oh, Power would be a nice one. I mean, they ain't really paying him right now. Is he getting paid next year? That's the question. We won't know unless we throw somebody on here in the trade. So let's throw this guy on here again. Tampa would be over the league maximum salary cap for next year. Okay, so is Owen Power getting paid? I can't remember. That's the problem we're running into with all these defensemen. And that's the thing with defensemen. It's difficult because the cheaper ones... Let's go to about the 82 range, a little over $1 million. Again, we're not going to be able to get any of those guys. We'll just anybody, really. Anybody to build a little bit of depth here, top four. We really need a top 4 defenseman, and that's what's kind of difficult here. We could go Sandin. Sandin's 23. I'd rather Moser because he's a little bit cheaper. 87, 86, going to get the puck up as good. He's about the same. His shot's not as good, but... His defensive abilities are slightly better. So I like Moser here. We're going to trade for Moser. See if we can make a deal happen. And with this coming, we're not going to trade you one of our top prospects by any stretch of the imagination here. That just doesn't need to happen. It's looking like, and we don't like doing this, but it's looking like we're going to have to go top heavy forward wise with this team. And we're going to have to hope they can win now because there's just not any defensemen available. Not for the cap space this team has. And they just don't have that kind of flexibility to make it work. So we're going to move, do we move to Han? The Han and Nada. Radish got 79 overall. How old is he? 27. He's about to be gone. He's about to be voted off the island. Tampa will be over league maximum salary cap. That is still a problem. How are we so far over the salary? Don't tell me that this guy's another one's getting paid already next year. We can't buy a defenseman. League approved. Oh, sweet. Let's do it. Let's do that hockey, as they say. We're gonna send you. We really don't want to send you a lot. Can we send you some seconds? We're gonna overpay for somebody that's gonna get ugly really quickly. How do you guys feel about that? So on surface looks good, but we're not. Here we go. I'm keeping that amount of salary. Here we go. This is the problem. Ain't nobody wants to retain that salary, even if it's $500,000. They're gonna take that though. They're gonna take that. Go to roster moves. We're gonna edit the lines here real quickly. Best AHL lines, and I think we're gonna go after a forward. Again, we're gonna go top heavy. We're gonna make 2 of our moves now. We'll wait till later down the road for the last one. But we're going to go top heavy on the offensive side of the ice here, because we just can't happen to find a defenseman that are cheaper. So we're going to look at, let's see, Fleury. How you looking here, buddy? Do we go Fleury to Han? The defensive defenseman. I think we're going to try to sub out Fleury for now. We're going to put Moser in. We're going to move him to the second line. He's going to play with Cernak. That's going to get a little bit of a boost there. And all of a sudden, you know what? The defense ain't looking too shabby there. It's not looking too shabby at all. I would still like to see. I mean, we're rocking and rolling with what we have here. It's the bottom 6, and I'm worried that because we can only make 3 moves, that I want to go out there and I want to make a big move for a guy that can play in that first line with Stamkos and Kucherov. I mean, necessarily doesn't have to be a stud. That's the problem. So I feel like we're overpaying there, but it'd be great if we move Shiri down to the bottom 6. I mean, we would put just about anybody up there with Stamkos and Kucherov. So it'd be nice to put somebody that's good up there, though. I need somebody that can tear apart the league and then give Shiri the depth option here to play somewhere else. We're going to try to look. We're going to look out here, see if there's anything potentially cheaper. And again, I mean, when we say cheap, we're talking cheap. So we're going to go at 1.5. We're going to go contract max. What am I missing here? Why can't they see? Oh, we got to flip it further. So let's go forward. There's a contract max of 1.5, and then the rating, we're gonna go 84 plus, I think here. Honestly, I wouldn't mind getting like a 2-way player here. I think that'd be a good addition. There's only 4 possibilities here. Ooh, we could see it sign Patrick Kane. How would Patrick Kane look? Patrick Kane could be a big move here. Won't cost us anything. Top 6 forward lines. He's a playmaker. You put him up there with Stamkos and Kucherov. I would imagine putting him up there could be a big addition. Blake Wheeler could be as well, though. He's got a little bit of defensive prowess to him. He's a good playmaker, and he's a guy that he can play on the top unit. He plays every. I'm going to go with Blake Wheeler. I think we get Blake Wheeler. I mean, Patrick Kane could be the other option. Will Patrick Kane remain unsigned all season? Probably not, and that's the problem. And we can always get a Blake Wheeler. We're gonna sign Patrick Kane. I think Blake Wheeler is the next option. Where we say, all right, let's get Blake Wheeler, and if we need a little bit more depth or a little bit more addition, but if we're gonna go high firepower, how much is Patrick Kane gonna want? He wants Patty Kane. What else is out here? Pinto's out here. I mean, that might not be a bad center option either. There's a couple of decent players. Nah, it's a bad center option. He's a sniper. So what's Patrick Kane want? Offer contract. What's he expecting? Asking price is 1.9. No, we can't afford that, Patty. We can't afford that kind of money. That's not going to work. Dang it. Interested in 2-way contract? No. I wish we could afford it. I wish we could. All right, so we're going back to Blake Wheeler. And again, Blake Wheeler's a great addition. I don't mind Blake Wheeler at all. I think Blake Wheeler can make a difference for this hockey team. I almost said football team, but I think he can make a difference here and help this team win. It's just he's not Patrick Kane. That's all. But you know what? He can make plays. He's older. You're worried about the age a little bit. Patrick Kane's a little older as well. But again, it's not Patrick Kane. I think we brought it up. He's not Patrick Kane. We made that clear at this point in time. But what was that? 1.5. And then we'd say Blake, the snake. See, the thing is with Blake, it's like, well, his contract's probably up there as well. But we can ask, oh, it's not. It's entry-level deal. Okay. That's great. That's fantastic. We're going to send you guys a little draft pick action. There you are. Go ahead and send that deal. We're going to ask you to retain a little bit of this, and that's why we're going to offer you a little bit more. And then you can only retain. That's it. That's it. They only retain a little bit. That's okay. Every penny counts. Send it. What? We're not comfortable retaining the salary you're asking us to keep. We're not comfortable retaining $25,000. Okay, then, New York. 25K. Oh, we're not giving you that player then. You missed out on a good prospect. We're going to give you something worse. We're going to give you a lesser player because you guys are greedy. I thought we was doing you a solid there. Who else is out there? Yeah. Take Glendening. Go ahead and take that. Go ahead and accept that trade. I mean, that's almost equal trade value there. You're going to get, instead of getting some good play, you're going to get a good prospect from the organization. You're going to get Glendening in a third. And that is why the Rangers GM deserves to be fired. We just won assistant GM best rosters by accident. That's going to wrap things up for the moves we make for now. Again, we'll wait till the deadline. Kind of see where this team's at. Maybe we shake some things up during the season. We messed with the lines by accident there. So Point, you're going to go back down here. Sorelli, you're going to go here. We're going to put Wheeler on that first unit. Put Stamkos in the middle. That's a +5. Is that the best answer? Or does somebody else play better on this second unit? No, it looks like nobody wants to be on that second unit. You got Paul. Again, making sure we ain't got any. Nah, it looks like the two bottom six is good there. I like where the bottom six is. Cernak and Moster. Moster is looking good there. The power play is going to be nasty. Stamkos, Point, Kucherov, Hedman, and Sergachev. They're going to leave it like that. Do we want to leave it like that? That's a question. Yeah, let's leave it like that. That's what they want. We'll put Hagel with. We're gonna try it. We're gonna run what EA suggesting here. 4-man power play line. 4-man power. Oh, we're on the power play still. That's why penalty kill. Sorelli, yeah, penalty kill solid. I like what we're seeing there. Second line. Hedman, yeah. We're good. Let's jump into some games. And I would be shocked if this team's not in a playoff position. I would be. I'd be very much impressed there. And again, we only can make one move, but we'll go to the new year. We'll go to the new year and see where this Tampa Bay Lightning hockey club is. I mean, we brought in again, beefed. What we really did here was we beefed up the bottom four. We beefed up the bottom six and we beefed up the bottom, D pair as well. Because at the end of the day, I think Kucherov and Stamkos are going to put out, and now you bring in Blake Wheeler. He's going to improve the line a little bit, but those guys are going to eat regardless. It was more about getting Sheary to the third line and feeling like there wasn't a drop off from the top six. Tampa starting the season 4-5-1. Tampa starting the season very, very badly, and they better start to figure things out very shortly because this team is heavily invested in some veteran players that it is just not good, not good at all. To start the season 7-13, 7-14, what is going on in Tampa Bay? Why is this team struggling? We got to ride it out. We can only make one move. We have to ride it out. It's killing me to look at this team go this bad. But part of me is saying we have to be patient. We have to give them a chance to get on a win streak and get the ball rolling. But it's just not happening. A 12-18, a 12-19 hockey club? This team is not supposed to be playing like this. It's not supposed to be playing like it at all. What is going on in Tampa Bay? 19 points. So Blake Wheeler is a problem. 18 points out of Stamkos. 20. These guys can't play together. Kucherov lost an overall point. Those three cannot play together. And that's unfortunate. Because I thought maybe that would be okay. But it's clearly not. That was clearly a terrible idea. Sorelli, can you play center on the second line for us? Because we're going to need that. We're going to need Sorelli, Hagel. Yeah, we're going to have to shake that up. The bottom. Should have guarded Nick Paul. Minus 25? All that money to be a minus 25. He's gone. Hopefully. What we're going to try to do here is find a team that's got a couple players around the 81-82 range that we can trade for, because we will have the cap space if Paul is gone. I don't even want to see what happened to the rest of the team. I can't believe a minus 25. We're not even halfway through the minus 25 on a Tampa Bay freaking Lightning. That's ridiculous. That guy better not find a job anywhere. He can go play in the AHL and figure things out. That's what he can do. So we're going to do 82 minimum range there, and we're going to go 1.75 on a max on a cap. And let's see who we can look at here. Connor Bedard's out there. That's not going to happen, obviously. Well, let's look here. Perfetti, Johnston. I do like Johnston. Perfetti, the playmaker. We don't want Perfetti because he's a playmaker. Johnston can work. He could be a fourth line forward, they're saying, for this team. Jack Quinn's a sniper, right? Yeah, let's look at Johnston real quick. He's on that cheaper deal. Is he getting paid after this season? That would be the one concern. 2 years left. Okay, beautiful. So let's talk Well, I want to see what Dallas has at first because we're not trying to get just one player. We want to get multiple here. So they have a couple guys that we can wheel and deal and talk to them about because that's important. Defenseman. Dadonov, but Dadonov's a sniper, I think, and he's kind of pricey. Yeah, he's a sniper and pricey. They got Steele, also a pricey sniper. That's not gonna work. Dallas doesn't look like the answer. All right, what else we got? Let's keep looking. Got to find a team that's got multiple trade options. I would have never guessed it watching this season with this team, and somehow managed to dismantle the Tampa Bay Lightning in historic, unprecedented fashion. Ryan Hartman is expensive, 1.7. Is there? What about? I mean, we might have to go Hartman though. I don't know if we're gonna see anybody else. We have Radish, forward line 3. How's he looking on this season? -5. That ain't bad. 21 points, -5 for the Tampa Chicago Blackhawks. That's not horrible numbers. He's on an entry-level deal. We'll talk to this young fella here really quickly. And let's see if we can get an addition here to go with him off of the Chicago Blackhawks. Again, that's kind of, oh, geez, not for those prices, we're not. Maybe Donato. Is again Donato be a bottom guy? He can. How's he looking? -5 again. It's hard to judge because it's the Chicago Blackhawks and how bad they are. But we're going to go him. We're going to go Reichel. We're just trying to mix things together here at this point and try to boost up. We're trying to make sure we're not -12. I mean, he's putting up better points, a better goal scorer. Ooh, who's this? Corey Perry. Corey Perry's a grinder. That's a bottom 6 guy. It's a positive player for this team. And he's making $4 million, so that's not going to work. Okay, I was really excited for a second. Let's try Heinen. We're going to give you these 3 players. And in return, we are going to go ahead and happily dish out Mr. Paul. You take him. You take this guy off our hands, please. Is that all we want to do? Completely redoing the bottom 6. They ain't even going to take it. We was really building that up. How much cap space we got? I'm not sure we're going to have any. We'll add a draft pick. This is going to be the move we make. We're bringing in 3 guys. One of the biggest risks we'll probably ever take. We're bringing in 3 guys from a bottom 5 hockey club, a 15 and 19 club. Probably going to be a top 5 draft pick again this season. Still trying to figure things out. They do have Connor Bedard, but that is about all they have. And they are not even willing to talk to us about what we are sending them right now. 3rd and 4th, I thought we was getting closer. They are not thinking we're closer at all. Let's send one more. Yeah, there we go. Trade accepted. Go to roster moves. I'm afraid. I'm a little bit afraid. We're going to edit these lines. We change the top 6 up a little bit. I mean, you talk about a complete just shake up of that body. When you play as bad as those guys are playing, you just send them all out the door. You send them out the door and ask questions later. That's, as far as I'm concerned, that was what was going to happen right there. The Tyler Mott's also a problem. Do we have any depth options here? Who's scratched? Donato is scratched. That's right. We had one more player. Okay, sweet. I forgot we had 3, not 2. So Donato can play. Radish, can you play center? No. Can you play center? Heinen? No. Did we just draft a bunch of guys that can't play center? Because that's a problem. It might be a little bit. It is. Okay. So Donato can't play center. He's just not very good at it. So we're going to let him play center. We're going to run that line there. Donato, Morella, and Janot. Connor Shear's a -14. -12, -4, -5, -3. I was kind of curious how that was going to look. How's Vasilevsky looking? I mean, Vasilevsky could be laying a goose egg right now, and he's not. He's playing stellar, actually. A 912 save percentage for the way this team's playing. That's some good numbers. That's some good numbers out of the one they call Andrei Vasilevsky. Let's go ahead and continue on with this team. We're going to take things a little bit past the trade deadline here, right up to the trade deadline, to trade deadline month at least. And they got to figure things out. 12 and 20 is not going to make the playoffs. 13 and 20 is not going to make the playoffs. They have got to start winning games. They have to start winning them right now. And they're just losing game after game after game. Somebody tell us we're a bad GM, but I just feel like this is a really bad sim. Sometimes you just catch those. Because I don't know how this team, with this roster, with these goaltenders, with this defensive corps, how they can possibly be 19 and 26. Is the win streak finally starting? Is this team finally about to get hot? Are they finally about to start to make some moves here? Winning every game in this month of February, but it looked like one. Losing to the Montreal Canadiens. The team is starting to figure things out. Is the momentum starting to roll in the Tampa Bay Lightning's direction? Because they would be a scary team come playoffs, they come in steaming hot. There's another win against the Flyers. We are watching very tightly here. If they catch any sort of losing spell, we're done. There's a win against the Vegas Golden Knights. There's a win against the San Jose Sharks. They're now 31-30. The team is all of a sudden starting to turn things around. What was a horrible start for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They have gotten hot. The chemistry is starting to get there. The team is starting to click. They have got to find their way to claw and scratch their way back into a playoff spot. There's a win. They're losing to the Red Wings back-to-back Montreal and Toronto. Those are tough games, tough matchups. Right now, they find themselves just outside of a playoff spot, 4 games above 500, playing some winning hockey finally. But was the hole too big to climb out of for the Tampa Bay Lightning? They find themselves now in a wild card spot with 4 games left. Back out of the wild card spot. Going to play Washington. Going to play Buffalo. Here we go. 2 big games. 2 games to watch. Tampa's got to win, and they win both of them. Tampa Bay right now has a 4-point lead. And it looks like they may have secured themselves a playoff berth. They got to beat the Toronto Maple Leafs. They do it. They are in the playoffs. I don't know how they did it. That was one of the most atrocious, heartbreaking, unbelievable starts to a season you will probably ever witness. A team that has been a President's winner at the President's winner. They have their core players. You bring in a couple more players, and they lost like every game they played. Unbelievable. Nonetheless, they found their way to get into the playoffs. The team was clicking, plus 31 for point. Kucherov, Stamkos. They put this team on their back. Blake Wheeler with the +5 on the season. Cirelli +5. Cirelli figured things out. You like to see that. Who else was we looking at? Connor Sheary. Connor Sheary finished -16. Still struggling a little bit there. The bottom line, though, Moser got up to a +2. You like to see that. Janot was a -1. Improved there. Dahan was a -2. -10 out of my. How'd the goaltending look here? Goaltending, Vasilevsky, 63 games. He did what he could. I mean, that guy, give the guy the best now. A .916 save percentage, 2.56 goals against. He kept this team in it. This is a team, again, a team that was down and out. And now they enter the playoffs scoldering hot. I wouldn't want to play these Tampa Bay Lightning. And it's going to be the Carolina Hurricanes, the President's winner, that is going to face the Tampa Bay Lightning in the first round. The curse of the President's Trophy, will it live on? For the Tampa Bay Lightning, we're about to find out if they can be on the opposite end of said curse. Gonna win game 1, 6-2. Gonna win game 2, 8-3. We see game 2 twice. They got a chance to walk home, take these W's, and they're not going to. They're gonna lose both of them at home, actually. Say take them W's and go on to the next series. They're gonna lose 3 straight to the Carolina Hurricanes. Tampa Bay was scoldering hot. Carolina took 1 game, and all of a sudden Tampa Bay is with their backs up against the walls. Vasilevsky allowed 3 goals. Brent Burns, Lemieux, and Jordan Stahl. What was Vasilevsky playing out of his mind is now Vasilevsky getting absolutely plowed. 20 shots, 5 goals for Carolina. Vasilevsky having a horrible game. Tampa still has a chance to come back. Stamkos with the goal. Freddie Anderson allowed in 3 goals. There's another goal by Tampa Bay. Don't count this team out. Not just yet. Victor Hedman from up high on the right top point there. 9 minutes left. Tampa Bay needs 2 more goals. Can they get into Freddie Anderson's mind just a little bit more? They have 5 minutes. It's a potent penalty on the Tampa Bay Lightning. That is killer. This is a team with some momentum. They took a double minor. And that's going to eliminate them possibly from playoffs. It's 5-5. Tampa comes back. Victor Hedman, Moser with the goals oh my goodness. There's no way. There is no way this team was down 5-1 entering the 3rd period, and they put up 5 Genos. They did 3 goals in 1:07 left in this game. The game was over. Victor Hedman, Hagel, Moser, all on Freddie Anderson. The unthinkable happened. How do you not pull Freddie Anderson and he gives up 3 straight goals like that? He put this team right back in, and then wow. I'm speechless. We were singing our goodbyes to this Tampa Bay Lightning team, and somehow, some way, they dropped 3 goals. We mentioned it. We said, don't count this team out. Don't count them out ever. They're such a potent offensive team. They can put up goals at will whenever they feel like it. And they just did it right there. They just exerted some dominance, and they are red hot, and they are fired up heading back to Carolina. Can Tampa Bay jump ahead here? Hagel with the goal. Seshnikov with the goal. Carolina going to go ahead and jump ahead 2-1. Michael Bunting He's got quite the playoff experience. Tampa Bay coming right back. Hagel again. Hagel is having himself a playoff series. Steven Stamkos with the goal. It is 3-2 Tampa Bay. And here come the third period. Tampa Bay Lightning once more. Power play. Carolina, can they kill off the power play? They can. Here we go. 3-2. 10 minutes left. Tampa's just got to hold on to this lead for 7 more minutes, and they have done what is maybe and quite possibly one of the most miraculous comebacks. They've done the unthinkable. There's the insurance goal, and we're only in the first round of playoffs. Tampa Bay did it. Up 2-0, lost 3 straight, win back-to-back after falling down 5-1 in a series is remarkable. Here we go. Tampa Bay, New York, going to play in New York to start at Tampa Bay. Again, they got to be riding one of the highest of highs. Got to take advantage here if they can. Getting shut out in game number 2. Got to win game 3, 4-1. Here we go. Game 4. Chance to jump ahead 3-1 in the series against the New York Rangers. They're going to do it. Chance to close out the series in New York. And the Tampa Bay Lightning will do it. I mean, if there's a team that can battle through the adversity, that can find a way to win the Stanley Cup, it is this Tampa Bay Lightning team. Again, that was like 7-19, 8-20. It was horrible. A horrible start to the season. And somehow they managed to get things together and win some hockey games. Here we go. Toronto, Tampa. Toronto with the 2-game lead so far through 3. Tampa's going to bounce back, tie the series at 2 apiece. Here we go. Heading back to Toronto. And the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to drop another one. Tampa with the chance to win the series in game number 6 at home. And Tampa is going to lose it. Here we go. Game 7. Toronto trying to make their first playoff appearance in 60,000 years. Tampa trying to go out and make the Stanley Cup Finals and win yet another Stanley Cup in Toronto. 1-1 after 1. Camp with the goal. Victor Hedman with the goal. Here we go. Still tied 2 apiece. Klingberg with the goal. Radish as well was questioning his addition to the team. He's making his appearance known. Tampa with the goal. It is now 3-2. Tampa jumps ahead with a 1-goal lead. Toronto's going to bounce right back. Mark Giordano, the veteran, scores. Speaking of the veteran, Jarnkrok scores. And Toronto has a 1-goal lead in what has been a Tampa Bay Lightning third period throughout the playoffs. Boy, are they a scary team in the third. Here we go. We're going to slow things down just a little bit. 4 minutes left. Tampa's got to find a way to get a puck in the back of the net. Samsonov with the goal save. A big save there on Radish. Radish trying to get a second one of the game. Nothing doing. 16 seconds left. And Tampa does not have another one left in them. They could not quite pull off the unthinkable, but what a ride. What a ride and what a season by the Tampa Bay Lightning to find their way to make the playoffs and just about make the Stanley Cup. They're going to come up just a little bit short. I was counting about it. I thought that was like, oh, we lost. They're going to make playoff season. Or we was gone in the first round. They made it to the Stanley Cup playoff semifinals. An impressive season nonetheless. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, I'd appreciate you liking and subscribing. You never have to. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time.